So I'm here today to speak about Latinos and identity and a lot of the work at the Pew Hispanic Center recently. I was invited by Carla to come in and to give this talk, and this is the second time that I've been invited to Reaching Latinos Online to come and talk about the work of the center. Last time, I talked about identity, but also about Latinos and technology use. This time, I am talking about the Latino community more broadly and how they see themselves. It's always a pleasure to be able to come and talk before a group like this, because it not only gives me a chance to talk about the work of the center, but also to hear what people have to say about the topics that we're studying, and that's always important for any researcher to be able to hear. The Pew Hispanic Center, which is based in Washington, D.C., produces a number of regular signature products. One of the key signature products that we produce is the National Survey of Latinos. Every year we do a survey of Hispanics, asking them about a number of different things. This year, it's an election year, we'll be doing a survey about Latinos and politics. In previous years, we've done surveys that have focused on Latinos and religion, on young Latinos, on Latinos and identity, which is a report that we just recently released. This particular survey is a survey of Hispanic adults that is considered one of the gold standards in terms of public opinion surveys nationwide with regards to Hispanics. We surveyed 1,200 Hispanic adults, and we were surveying them to find out about their attitudes and their own views of their identity. How do they see themselves? What terms did they use to describe themselves? What do they think about the terms Hispanic and Latino? And when it comes to race, how do they identify their race? So this particular survey was a survey of adults to find out their attitudes and views of their own identity. There were many different findings in this particular survey. First, when it comes to the terms that they use to describe themselves most often, the terms that are used most often, according to our survey, are country of origin names. Names like Mexicano or Dominicano or Puerto Riqueña or even Cuban. Those are the terms that Hispanics, the majority of them, prefer to use most often when it comes to describing their own identity. That's followed by Hispanic or Latino, which are pan-ethnic terms and terms that are actually unique to the United States in their context and their use. According to our survey, only about a quarter of Hispanic adults actually use the term Hispanic or Latino most often to describe their identity. We also found that about 20% of Hispanic adults use the term American most often to describe their identity. So when it comes to identity, it's country of origin that most Latinos use first to describe themselves. One of the other findings in our survey was about language. And when we think about the Latino community, one of the common cultural elements across the Latino communities in the United States is language. Many Latinos speak Spanish. In fact, according to our survey, 80% of Latinos are fluent in Spanish. When you take a look at it according to which language is the dominant language that they use in their daily lives, about a third of Latinos say that they use Spanish most often or are dominant in Spanish. About a third are bilingual, and about a third, less than a third, are what we would say English dominant. So when you take a look at language, you see many Latinos who are bilingual, many Latinos who speak Spanish. Vast majority speak Spanish. However, when you ask them about the importance of languages, for example, the importance of English, you'll find that in our survey, nearly 90% of Latinos say that it's important that immigrant adults who come to the United States need to learn English in order to be successful here. So a lot of support for learning English. Even among immigrant Hispanics, support for the idea of learning English to be successful here. By contrast, when you take a look at the importance of Spanish, we asked, do you think it's important that future generations of Latinos in the United States speak Spanish? Nearly all Latinos, whether English dominant or not, said that they think that it's important that future generations of Latinos be able to speak Spanish. So there's a lot of belief in the importance of language, Spanish and English, and that's actually it's an interesting set of findings.